here we have 2018-19 influenza information from the CDC. This is their website. I'm not changing anything. I'm not tweaked anything. I just let their numbers speak for themselves. And what's interesting in this is you can go through the whole data outset and you're not going to see totals like you will in what we're dealing with in the coronavirus epidemic. But what I want you to notice is this, and this is their graphs. Again, it's their website. You can just go to it yourself. And they've got it graphed out: symptomatic illnesses, medical visits, hospitalizations, and deaths. And this is the percentages of deaths through infection. And I want you to notice this bracket here, 0 to 4 years old. The death rate is 0.8%. Okay? It's right there. I'm not changing anything. It's their death rate, 0.8% for 0 to 4 year old. 5 to 17 is 0.6%. Okay? Of flu death rates. You follow me? Okay. 7.2% for 18 to 49 year olds. Okay. 16.6% for 50 through 64. So 16.6% death rate, 50 to 64, and 65 and older. That's an incredible death rate, but look at it. It says 74.8%. Now notice this. Just notice this. Here is the worst statistics possible because it is totally reliant upon New York. Okay, I'm not getting the best. I'm getting the worst case scenario because I'm dealing with New York and their policy is the worst in the country. The death rate since May 13th, which is the newest totals that we've got, because this is updated daily, for 0 to 17, now notice that's a different bracket than what we just looked at. The bracket's different, 0 to 17, so it includes more people in a younger age group. Why? Because there wasn't enough to separate it out into another bracket. But notice this, 0.02%. 0.02% death rate. Let's compare 0 to 4, 0.8%, 15 to 17, 0.6%. Which one's worse? The flu. It's not real all that hard to figure out. 18 to 44, so that's also a different bracket. You have to go back and look, and it's 18 to 49. It's almost the same. Okay. Coronavirus is 0.8%. 18 to 44 is 0.8%. We go back over here to the flu. 18 to 49 is 7.2%. Okay? 7.2%. So 0.8 versus 7.2%. Now, I say this because there's a lot of fear. And you don't need to listen to commentators. And you don't need to listen to the news media. You need to look at yourself and see what is there really to fear. We go on to 65 to 74. It's the older bracket, and understand that it's difficult, but it's 6.5%. Now I'm talking about New York, which had the highest death rate in the country. So the worst possible statistics. 6.5%. 65 through 74. So close to that is 65 and older. Now see, they've lumped this one into all 65 and older influenza. 74.8. So if I was to take 65 through 75 plus, and to take that 6.5% and that 14.3%, I could do a simple calculation to figure out it's still much lower death rate.
That's right.
Listen, this is what's getting me. We're about to change policies in our country, in our schools, in our public sphere, over something that right now, in a Democratic-run state, whose policies has killed more people, is based on that. Friend, just keep your eyes open. That's all I'm saying. You keep your eyes open and you run the information. When I was told, I went and did a simple calculation and I showed it to the person. Said, this is not what you said. And this is the most recent numbers there are. You know, it is, the only thing I could figure is they took a bracket out and said, here's the statistic. But they were quoting it as it was across the board, which it was not. And so the information given can be tweaked, it can be pushed, it can be twisted. You've got to pay attention. It was just like this week over in the riots, the burnings, and the reporter of MSNBC. Y'all know it. I hope y'all knew that. If you didn't, I'm just going to give it to you. The reporter at MSNBC was standing in front of the apartment building that was burned down. And, it was burning. It was engulfed. And he said, I want to characterize this right. You know, it's mostly a peaceful protest. Right in front of the burning building. And I'm thinking, you know, come on. Just be aware. Just be aware. There's more studies that come out. I try to keep abreast of them all. If you'd like any information on them, I'll try to save as many as I can. But things change, of course, daily. Daily. New studies come out. New information comes out daily. You almost drive yourself crazy keeping up with it. But I try to. You know why? Because I want to be informed enough to be able to stand up here and have confidence when I stand up here. Okay? And I have complete confidence to be here. In this place, in this room. I have complete confidence. Okay? I'm not worried. If I was worried, we'd still be outside. Okay?
Me too, bro.
So, just, of course, be smart, right? If you have the flu, I don't want you coming in here. If you have corona, I don't want you being sick in here. But listen, you're not. You're all right. We're not to fear. We're to have the truth, and the truth will set you free, and there is no fear in the love of Jesus. 1 John chapter 5. All right, well, that was just free. Has nothing to do with the sermon.